Lowndesboro developed from a small community of early settlers to a thriving township in the 1830s. The settlers' plantation interests were maintained in the lowlands along the Alabama River, while they built their cottages and antebellum homes in the Greek architectural style on the ridge of McGill's Hill. The Alabama River ports of Newport Landing and Lock Ranza were adjuncts to the town. Planters stored their cotton in warehouses located there. Boats brought choice merchandise upriver from Mobile. People from other communities came by a stagecoach and carriage to spend the night in the local hotels in order to shop for select wares. And the Lowndesboro Boys Academies was established behind the CME Church. The Lowndesboro Female Institute was a thriving women's college located at the site of Lowndes Academy. And horse racing was big business, and Lowndesboro had its own track. The community prospered in this era and produced this quotation from a traveler from Virginia who wrote in 1837, "In northern Lowndes County, there can be found a refined and polished society." More to see in the town of Lowndesboro, Alabama. Let's go. P9 coming at you guys with another vlog, and I'm here in the small town of Lowndesboro, Alabama, located in Lowndes County with a population of 89 residents, so it's a very small town. So we're going to take a walk around Lowndesboro and get some history. So let's get into it, shall we? So I started this vlog out right here at Lowndes Academy, which is the local school right here in Lowndesboro. It's home of the Rebels, Lowndesboro Academy, Lowndes Academy Rebels. And it's a town so quiet that you can hear an echo when you talk. That's how you know it's a small town. Lowndesboro is 15 miles west of Montgomery in northern Lowndes County. So it's part of a territory that was ceded by the Creek Indians with the signing of the Treaty of Fort Jackson, which ended the Creek War in 1814. And Lowndesboro was a center of the cotton industry due to close proximity to the Alabama River and located in the historic Black Belt region, known for its black soil. So Lowndesboro is where, because of the cotton industry, it's where a lot of plantation houses are located. And Lowndes Academy was established in 1966. So once again, it's the local school right here in Lowndesboro. And you have this historic church right here called St. Paul's Episcopal Church, built in 1857. So it's really nice looking church. Have the wooden doors. You see the chapel right there, see the cross. Being built 1857. So almost 170 years old. Now Lowndesboro is located off of US Highway 80, the Selma to Montgomery route. Now Lowndesboro was initially named McGill's Hill after John and Selena McGill, Presbyterians from the Carolinas. Now McGill's Hills and Lock Ranza merged to form Lowndesboro, and Lowndesboro itself was named after William Lowndes, congressman from South Carolina. And Lowndesboro was officially incorporated as a town in 1856. So check out those old homes right there. The 2-story mansion right there. 2-story mansion. I guess you can consider that a mansion. Has a lot of rooms in it. And that was built in 1840. And that one right there, that had to have been a historic plantation home right there. 6 columns. One in the front, and there's also, I noticed there was 6 columns on the side as well, on the siding of this plantation house, this mansion. Now, being this is like a residential area, speed limit is 35, as you can see right here. I like how they have a sidewalk too. That's pretty cool, because a lot of these areas is kind of somewhat isolated, kind of small. Especially these roads, they don't really have sidewalks on them. I'm glad this one has a sidewalk. And it's some nice homes on pretty good amount of land. Now this is the Lowndesboro Methodist Church right here. Lowndesboro Methodist. This church was founded in 1834. Nicely preserved and maintained building. Nice little garden in the front of it. They even have this little park over here. It's called Ruby S. Moore Park. There goes that tractor on the road. You know we in the rural area. When you see one of those farming vehicles on the road. So this is Ruby S. Moore Park that sits over here by Lowndesboro Methodist. Now this park was created on July 4th, 2000. So it was created on July 4th, Independence Day. Of course, we just recently celebrated July 4th, the 250th year of America. As you can see right here, still have the American flag sitting outside on this fence. America 250 in Alabama. Now, here's a history of Lowndesboro. Pretty much already went over this, but settled before 1820 by planters from South Carolina and Virginia. First called McGill's Hill. It was incorporated 1832 as Lowndesboro in honor of William Lowndes, and there was a brief skirmish here between Forrest's troops and the Wilson's Raiders, April 10th, 1865. Yep. Hey, how y'all doing? Good. Right here, Ruby S. Moore Park. Yep. And it's a walking trail, actually. It's a walking trail. Pretty nice. Nice day to be out. See the family riding on on a golf cart. It's pretty cool. They even have a swing set over there. Oh, that's dope. I wasn't expecting to see this, but this is, yeah, Ruby S. Moore Park. Mm-hmm. You're learning early, huh? Yeah, that's good. Lowndesboro Water System, established December 5th, 1962 by the Lowndesboro Town Council, Mayor Cromwell A. Pate, and yeah, designated historical district. And look at this old water fountain, guys. I haven't seen a water fountain like this in forever. I wonder if any water is going to dispense. See, my foot's on there. Oh, wow. Water actually comes out. Interesting. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is really cool, y'all. This walking trail. And teaching, that's good though. She's teaching the young man, looks like to be no more than 2 years old, 2 or 3, how to drive. That's good. Start them early. That's what's up. That's what's up right there. They still got the Happy 4th of July paper on here. What is this, like it looks like a military vehicle, to be honest with you. And they got a couple benches over here. Yo, this is really dope. But yeah, y'all. Still got one of the folding chairs over there. So it looks like this place had it going on the 4th of July. Had like a little event. Ruby S. Moore Park, Lowndesboro, July 4th, 2000. So it celebrated its 25th year last year. It's now in its 26th year. And yep, look at the pretty flowers. But yeah, this is a introduction to Lowndesboro, but stay tuned a little bit more. That's the historic Holly House. That structure was built in 1836. Right here on Broad Street, Lowndesboro. And look at this little structure right here. This looks like at one point in time, this looks like it could have been at one point in time a little schoolhouse, perhaps. It's a nice looking house. Doesn't look like anybody lives in there. And you have this building right here coming up. This was actually, this home was built in 1825. It's called the Pecan Place, or the Pecan Place. Some people pronounce it pecan, tomato, but y'all get it. The Pecan Place, built 1825. You know, kind of like the little narrow columns, wraparound porch. You got the swing. It's pretty cool. So historically, the Pecan Place farmed sweet corn and pecans. One of the many crops produced here on the farms of the Black Belt of Alabama. Nice home right there as well. Hampton Harris, Republicans for Congress. Yeah. Got the U.S. Postal Service, U.S. Post Office right there at the corner. Lowndesboro. And this is the Will Stone store, established in 1820. Wow. Is that like like the original cooler right here? Or ice, what is this thing called? Oh, it's locked, but this looks like this may have been like a cooler or something along those lines back in the day. But yeah, Will Stone store, established in 1820. So basically the structure apparently survives historical fires and it's undergoing restoration efforts. So it looks like they're trying to restore it. And there goes the post office right there again. Now, again, this territory here in Lowndesboro, present day Lowndesboro, was originally inhabited by the Creek Indians, but the land was ceded. And the first Europeans to come over here after the fact were the Presbyterians. So you have this Lowndesboro Presbyterian Church. This building was erected in 1850, but the church itself was founded in May of 1816. So a very historic structure right here. Again, it was erected in 1850. At the 4 columns right there. The wooden doors, it's the mahogany wood, as you can see. The brick steps, really nice. So apparently on Broad Street, Lowndesboro has a lot of churches. I mean, for it to be a town of only 89, yeah, they definitely do have a lot of, they do have quite a few churches. This is the Lowndesboro Baptist Church right here. Like it was founded in 1868. I'm not quite sure. This is a home right here. Looks like it's abandoned. One of the older, it's called the Mockingbird Place. I think this was built in 1884, it looks like. Late 1800s. But yeah, this is Lowndesboro, Broad Street, but there's a little bit more to check out, so stay tuned. Piggybacking on the continuation from the Lowndesboro intro, Lowndesboro Business District once housed livery staples, 6 doctors, a dentist, grocery stores, 2 taverns, hotels, general stores, a Masonic hall, and a post office. And the district consisted of a wooden structure along the western side of Broad Street. And in 1927, a great fire destroyed the business district. The only business building remaining today is the old Indian trading post on or stone dryer store, which now stands at the corner of Water Street and Broad Street. We saw, despite the fact that stores were never rebuilt, much of the Old South lingers and many traditions of yesteryear continue. Reminiscent of times past, the local churches continue to have active congregations for participating churches, share services, and employ new version of the old-time circuit pastors. The CME Church is public facility and no longer holds regular services. It houses the cupola from the first state house in Cahaba. The town of Lowndesboro maintains water infrastructure and the Ruby S. Moore Park. So we saw that at Ruby S. Moore Park, and that Will Stone store looks like is the only remaining business from the original Broad Street district after the fire that burned down the businesses on Broad Street. Wow, that's crazy. You know, this right here in Lowndesboro is the memorial for one Viola Liuzzo. Viola Liuzzo took part in the struggle for the right to vote right here in the southern United States, more particularly in Alabama. Now, this memorial right here is in memory again of our sister Viola Liuzzo, who gave her life in the struggle for the right to vote. March 25th, 1965, presented by the SCLC Women. Evelyn G. Lowry, the chair of that organization, and the SCLC conference, Joseph V. Lowry, president. So those individuals had their hand in presenting this memorial. And the SCLC women also presented a lot of memorials in Marion, Alabama, as you guys saw in my Marion vlog. And again, presented by SCLC Women, Inc., and erected and dedicated in 1991. And phase 2 was erected and dedicated in 1999, as you can see right here, and supported by the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. So yeah, it's a really nice memorial with flowers, things like that. It's a really good way to honor Viola Liuzzo. And you even have some pictures right here. You have Dr. Charles R. Drew, first black director of the American Red Cross. George Washington Carver, world famous agriculturalist, worked with peanuts. And this is Miss Nelson Dennis. So black scientists from back in the day, for sure. George Washington Carver definitely, because, you know, of his use of peanut oil for lubrication in an engine. That was pretty cool. The Lowndes County Freedom Organization, Lowndes County Freedom, not sure what that is. I think this is probably just some type of freedom organization located right here in Lowndes County. But all that located on the Viola Liuzzo Memorial right here in Lowndesboro. So it's a little roadside attraction on Highway 80. John Lewis, Diane Nash, Prathia Hall, Hosea Williams, Coretta Scott King, Jimmy Lee Jackson, Martin Luther King Jr., Amelia Boynton Robinson, the Freedom Riders in Selma, Alabama. And you got the historic Wright Chapel, AME Zion Church right here. So all this on US Highway 80 in Lowndesboro, Alabama. Now this story right here is quite unbelievable and tragic. But this is a story about Elmore Bowling, who is from Lowndesboro, Alabama. And in a nutshell, he was killed at the age of 39 in 1947. Enraged whites, jealous over the business success of a Negro, are believed to be lynchers of Elmore Bowling. Now, Bowling, 39, was found riddled with shotgun and pistol shots 150 yards from his general merchandise store. It is believed that more than one person figured in the murder, but Producers Commission Company, Union Stock Yards white employee, resident of Braggs, is the only person held. And he was released on $2,500 bond. And Bowling's small trucking business frequently hauled cattle to the Montgomery stockyards. The man working at the stockyards passed daily in front of Negro's business, and he inferred that Bowling insulted his wife in a telephone conversation. Bowling, married, father of 7 children, had an excellent reputation in his community. Those who know Bowling says that he has long been a marked man since he was rated by whites here as too successful to be a Negro. Now, this was from the Chicago Defender and Montgomery Advertiser. So, yeah, just for the simple fact that he was successful. He didn't do anything, didn't bother anybody. Just for the simple fact that he was just successful. He was too good, and, you know, that just enraged the racist whites, and they took him out. Very unfortunate and crazy story. But R.I.P. to Mr. Elmore Bowling. Now, as to be expected, you know, no one was actually held accountable. There was no justice really delivered in Elmore Bowling's unaliving, so that's very unfortunate. But that was just typical back during that time. And this is where we'll end the vlog here in Lowndesboro, Alabama. This is P9. Thanks again for tuning in. If you made it this far, make sure you tap the like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you tap that subscribe button along with the notification bell. And once you hit the bell, make sure you select all. That way you get notified every time I drop a new vlog. And from Lowndesboro, again, guys, thanks for tuning in. And I'm out. Peace.